Hello there. We have now reached the last battle between the Romans and the Gauls. We fought in the at least featured here in these scenarios. That features the battles between the Romans and Gauls in the 220s BC, and this is a few years after the Battle of Telamon that we did last time. So more or less the Gauls were beaten back then, and also there were some battles happening in between here this year and 225 where we were last time, and the Gauls had really, well, they had been beaten, to put it short, and they have also sued for peace with the Romans. The Romans discussed this, of course, in the Senate, but the new consuls for this year, Marcus Claudius Marcellus and Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio, both these guys, by the way, who we'll see in the Second Punic War happening pretty soon here. Anyway, they were not ready to have a peace negotiation with the Gauls at this time, so they wanted to punish these Gauls for the attack they did a few years earlier, and I think they have been ravaging the Boii tribes areas pretty much, and now the turn has come to the Insubres, who's the largest tribe here in the northern Cisalpine Gaul, and so they went up there with probably two consular armies then, and they started besieging a city called Acherai. This is not the biggest town in the Insubres land, but pretty an important one anyway. So they did that, had a good siege there, and the Gauls had to do something. So we have this chief Britomartus, he's of the Insubres. He couldn't really intervene in that siege that was happening, because the Romans had very cleverly put up their forces, so there was no real easy approach to break the siege for them. So the Gauls and Britomartus, they did another plan instead. So they went over the Po River south and started their own siege of a city in the Roman colonies, and that was a city called Clastidium, which is the name of the battle as well. So let's see. Yeah, this was So they had to hire Gauls from the Transalpine Gaul again. Gassatai again, who always have been ready to bring their arms to the aid here if they get paid for it. So a big mercenary force of the Gauls joined up here in Britomartus' army, and they started to lay siege. And that was of course alarming for the Romans. So Marcellus came up with a plan. He left Gnaeus Scipio back in Acherai to conduct the siege they were doing there and finish it, and he took the most of his the cavalry from both of these armies. So that would be a few thousand cavalry men here, and he also took the most fit of the probably younger foot soldiers, because we're seeing a lot of velites here. So he took that force, like kind of a picked strike force, and did a forced march towards Clastidium, and started to approach the place where the Gauls were having their camp and their basically where the besieging forces were. And the Gauls, when they got notified of this approach of the Romans, they had to break the siege and array for a battle line here. So they did. So this is kind of an interesting battle setup we're seeing here. So because we have most of the Romans are actually cavalry here. That's not usual. Usually, no legionaries here, and pretty standard army, maybe a bit smaller than normal for the Gauls here. And Marcellus then did deploy his cavalry in a thin but broad line here, because he wanted to flank the Gauls and attack them from the sides and the rear with a fast-moving cavalry. Britomartus, well, they had this hastily arrayed force, and it said they were very eager to charge the Romans, so they did. So this is a bit of not a fully developed battle line they are having here. And it's also said that when the lines started to approach each other, the Marcellus horse, he did hesitate and turn towards their own lines again, and that was kind of a bad omen, I believe. So Marcellus said that if the gods will help him now and bring luck to this battle, because he wanted to, of course, get his horse out of that panic and lead his troops into the battle. He said that if the gods help him, he will dedicate the finest armor that he gets from the Gauls after the battle and dedicate it to Jupiter. And actually that was happened, because when Marcellus then approached the lines again, Britomartus rolled forward and challenged Marcellus into a battle. So they had this man-to-man battle here. The king of the Gauls here, Insubres, and Marcellus, the consul, and it said that Marcellus brought a lance with him, and with the first strike he did manage to unhorse Britomartus, who fell from his horse and was kind of incapacitated there. And then Marcellus rode up to him, and with 2 more strikes he managed to kill Britomartus. And then he went off his horse and stripped Britomartus of his very nice, probably shiny armor, and that's the one, I guess, he did later dedicate to Jupiter in some temple somewhere, probably. But this is a really big thing happening here for the Romans, because this really broke the spine of the Gaul morale here, Gallic morale, because they seen their king fallen in battle. Well, they should have been winning against that Roman, right? So when the Roman cavalry also started to envelop this battle line, they panicked and fled, and pretty much the battle was won for the Romans there. And the aftermath of this is that pretty much, well, first of all, Marcellus himself, he received the Spolia Optima, or Spolia Opima award from the Romans, basically, because that was awarded to those leaders who did kill a king in battle, in hand-to-hand combat, like a duel. So he had one of the finest awards you could get in Rome for this effort. Anyway, this really spelled the doom for the Gauls here, and after some more battling happening and more sieges happening, I think the biggest city was taken. I think it was Mediolanum, who was Insubres' greatest city. That was taken, and later on, the Insubres had to accept an unconditional surrender against the Romans. So, by that, let's check out the war council for this battle. This will be a pretty quick one, I believe, because it's only fought to 4 banners for victory. And we have the Gallic army with Britomartus in lead with 4 command cards, and then we have the consul Marcus Claudius Marcellus here with 6 command cards. So we will have a 2 card difference here, meaning we have an extra card in slot A and D over on the Roman side. There's no special rules, and as usually we'll set up these grey Roman blocks because this is pre-Marian reform troops we are seeing here on the field. So that's it. So let's check the battle board. So checking the Romans first, we have an unnamed leader over here with medium heavy cavalry. I mean, the whole backline here is medium heavy cavalry, so it's 5 units of them. So we have 2 unnamed leaders here, and then we have Marcellus here leading the central cavalry, and they are having some support of light infantry or velites here up front. So that's a pretty quick view of the Romans. For the Gauls, then, well, one thing is interesting. We have 2 warrior units over there, but otherwise it's mostly auxiliaries here, and that's interesting. Why we have just auxilia? I can think of 2 reasons for that. One is that maybe the best warriors have already fallen in the earlier battles. You know, when we have Telamon and so forth. But it could also mean that you know, the events that Britomartus was killed here in the historical battle. It could mean that if we're gonna follow that history, these guys are kind of demoralized here, and that's why they are of a bit lower quality than they usually be. I mean, probably they should usually be more, you know, clean warrior units here, warrior infantry. But anyway, we have 6 units of auxilia here, and that's interesting. And we have 2 light infantry in front, and then we have some medium heavy cavalry as well. 1 unit here and 1 unit here with Britomartus himself leading, and he's riding up front towards you know, to challenge Marcellus here. So that's where we will jump into this scenario when the duel is about to happen. So that's cool. So for tactics or let's say play style for this battle, I think it would be fun to have some history reenacted here. So I will, because the thing is, the Romans will go first, and if we get some good cavalry cards or some cards that could activate most of our cavalry, I mean, this battle could be over really soon. As we said, it's only 4 banners, so I will for sure ride up with Marcellus and battle Britomarcus, and I will charge up with the other cavalry as well. I mean, we have many units we can reach, so we could even, if we get the good cards for it and we have some decent rolls, then this could be over actually in maybe 2 turns or something, because, you know, all these guys can do this bonus combat as well. So yeah, this could be a quick ending if Jupiter is on the Roman side this day. For the Gauls then, well, the thing is, we are, as the Gauls, much more I mean, we have the numbers in our favor, if we put it that way. Maybe not the quality that much, but on the other hand, Auxilia fights as good as the Roman cavalry here, with 3 battle dice, and they hit with all the, you know, sword symbols, etc. But the thing is, the Romans had a leader, so they can pretty much hit with leader symbols everywhere. We only have 1 leader here. So I think anyway we are up for a good fight. We can do this, and if we also can get the warriors to charge, I mean, if the Roman initial charge that we are expecting to come fails, if they roll bad, we get away, retreat away, and we stay alive, and so forth. We can counter strike with a warriors and so forth. So there's a good chance to win this battle as the Gauls. That's for sure. I believe. I mean, this is a battle that I think the initial hand will decide very much what will happen here. This is extremely important in this battle, I believe, because 4 banners to victory, and we have good troops in striking range from turn 1. So to put it short again, for the Gauls, we will just challenge and charge towards the Romans. We can get them, especially if we get the warriors into play as well. And the Romans, they want a quick ending to these, do this quick charge with the cavalry that from where the Gauls cannot rise again when they fall. So we need to strike them quick and strike them hard before they can commit the warriors into the battle. That's the plan. So let's just start it. We have the Romans going first, and we're gonna check what they have in slot A and B. Remember, we have 2 extra cards, one in A and D, because of the they have 2 more of these cards in their hand. So that's not really the cards we are really looking for. The heavies are just a waste, and 2 left and 2 right. Well, we could of course turn 1 attack with one flank, the other flank the next turn. So not catastrophic cards, but not that good really. So let's hope we actually can get some of these cards activated, and there's some better things beneath those. And we got it. It's a C, D, or E, so we can ignore those cards for now and check what we have here. So here we have a line command. Well, not a good one. This could pretty much order 2 velites here. Of course, it would be nice to throw some javelins also in the beginning, but nah, not what I'm looking for. 2 in the center. Maybe that's a bit better than the flank cards. At least we can get Marcellus into battle with this card. Then we have light troops. Nah, not too good. And inspired central leadership. I think this could be good because Marcellus is actually linked to 4 units, so we can activate 3 cavalry with that. So that's what I'm gonna do. That was a good one. The last card we flipped over was the one we were looking for. So we can get at least most of the cavalry activated this turn then. So central leadership it will be. So we're gonna order these guys and all these guys. Now, how should we do this then? Well, these velites don't have any targets. We're gonna move them somewhere where they can throw their javelins. I believe we don't want to go with those guys. No. They want to stay and put some fire there. But let's move Marcellus first. He will ride in 1, 2, 3. I will put myself there. Yeah, let's see if that's good or not. Let's see. And then we have this cavalry. They want to scare away these lights because that means we can... well, it doesn't really matter. These guys have support anyway from the 2 units here. If we attack here, well, let's see. And then we have these auxilia here. We're gonna go there, and then we're gonna move some lights here as well. Let's see where we put them. I will actually do like this. I will move them sideways 1. So we're gonna do like this. Because if we get that line command, we can at least order all these 3-in-1 action. So here goes, and I am actually going to start with the velites attack. So it's a 1 die attacks here. We cannot really force these guys to retreat, so we're only hoping for a blue symbol to get some of those guys. No, it means so the first velite attack, in the second one, well, we were lucky there, really lucky there. So we got one of these, and we actually need to check the state of Britomarchus already now. He's fine. Well, good skirmish there, really good skirmish there. So now I believe Marcellus will challenge or accept the challenge from Britomarchus there. So he's advancing slowly from the side while there's a heavy rain of javelins coming into Marcellus or Britomarchus. And here we're gonna see the battle happening now. So it's 3 dice, and they can ignore 1 flag thanks to the leader. That was a bad roll by Marcellus. This is not going as in history then. No hits at all. And now Britomarchus will retaliate. And he got in 1 hit on the Roman cavalry here. And we're gonna check if Marcellus fell. Wow, that was pretty close, but not really. So that battle continues there. These guys will attack the lights here, who will of course try to evade. I'm gonna roll the 3 dice anyway, and they got away. Okay, so then we have the last one over here. We're gonna attack that Auxilia. We actually hoping to get a hit or two and then also a flag. That's good, we got a hit and we got a flag, because those guys are not supported, so they will need to take the hit first of all and then go back. So we can go in and go yet one step if we want and attack again, but we're gonna stay here and attack. Here comes the second attack. But now we really need 3 hits to get those guys. Well, we got 2 flags. They are still not in support, so they need to go 1 and then another step, but they cannot, so they lose a block. We can go in once more, but I will not do that. Well, not a super good charge from the beginning. An exchange here, basically thanks to the support of Velites, and over here we got some hits on those goals, but this one was of course a waste. Well, not too happy. So let's see how the goals can react to this situation here. So we have slot A, leadership any section, so Britomarcus could be activated by that. Then we have a rally card. So Britomarcus could, if you want, get that cavalry back to full strength with a bit of luck. But let's see what we get. Yeah, that's an A or B. So leadership any section or a rally. I think I could do the leadership any section. So that would be these guys plus 3 more units. Interesting. So it of course needs to be these guys. So let's take the warriors. So I have a cunning plan here now. So Marcellus himself, he will put himself back here. The other Gaul cavalry will ride back to hinder those guys from retreating. And these guys then. We want to get the warriors into action here, so I will just go 1 sideways. We can throw the javelins, and then the warriors charge out from the back line here. So we got some Gesatai here coming out from the back line and attacking Marcellus. And I will start with that attack because we have some other targets with the cavalry if we get that Marcellus with this blow. So it's 4 dice, and those guys cannot evade. So what did we get then? We got nothing good at all because we are not adjacent to a leader here. So no hits, because the flag they can ignore it thanks to Marcellus. So he will now retaliate with 3 dice and got 1 hit and a flag. And those guys need to take that flag actually because they are not supported. 1, 2. Okay, then we throw some javelins. Let's do it on Marcellus. That's a miss. And then we try to get him by a cavalry assault here. So we're gonna start with these guys attacking Marcellus. It's 3 dice. We have leader support. And that's 1 hit. We are grinding them down. We're gonna check if Marcellus survived. He did, so he will now battle back. Got 1 hit on the Gauls. And now comes the second part of the duel, because now Britomarcus is attacking Marcellus here. Let's see how this ends this time. And there's a hit. So the Roman cavalry goes down actually, giving the Gauls the first victory banner here, 1-0. And now we're gonna check if Marcellus is killed with 1 die. And he is. Marcellus fell from his horse, and this is going quite the opposite as in history. So we get another victory banner here, it's 2-zip, and well, that was something. I guess this boosts Gaulish morale really hard, and they can really push forward now. And that's not all, because we can actually go in, go one more and attack, but I will stay here this time and attack that second Roman cavalry here. And we missed them completely, so they will now retaliate. Maybe they can get in some revenge here now. No, 3 greens, so nothing happened there. Well, that was an intense round. Oh, that was the leadership any section but the goals, by the way. So let's put back a card there. Okay, so the Romans are in a pretty bad situation. Well, they have a few places they can get some banners now, and we can, for instance, hinder those guys from retreating. We could attack here again. These guys can't retreat anymore, so they could be an easy target. If we could get these cavalry into action, we could ride up and battle against these lights who cannot evade, you know. So there are some good things we could do here. Let's see. It's get some velites to rush behind the cavalry, and let's pull back these leader, and then we're gonna attack with these leader. So these guys goes 1, 2, 3. These guys goes 1, 2 over there, and these cavalry will go back 1, 2, 3 because they want to attack these guys now who cannot retreat. So let's start here. 3 dice, and that's only 1 hit. So they're gonna battle back now. And they got 2 hits on the Romans. Oh my. This is costly for Romans, and we're also gonna check if that leader survived or not. He barely did. He barely did. And only 1 block left here, so we have some ripe targets also for the goals next time. But I will now take my chances to attack these guys in close combat with the velites. Reason being, we are adjacent to a leader, and these guys cannot, retreat and they are not supported. So we're gonna get 2 dice in the attack, and 1 flag, a blue, or a leader symbol will kill it. So that we have a good chance of getting it now. And we got, thanks to the leader being adjacent there, we got these goals, and that means we also got the first Roman victory banner. So 2-1, and I think we're gonna retreat with these guys into that position where we attacked. And then we have 1 more. These guys cannot retreat, and well, they can of course ignore one flag there, but let's see what we can get here. Okay, they ignored that, and we got only 1 hit on those guys. Not that impressive. So they're gonna battle back. They only hit with blue, and that's a miss. Okay, so 2-1 lead for the Gauls, and we have a really chaotic situation here in the center. Romans have nobody in their right hand side right now. Yeah, pretty crazy. So it's the Gauls then. It's a C, D, or E. So we cannot play the rally this time. So it's a Clash of Shields. Cool. Then we have Inspired Right Leadership, and we have an Outflanked. Outflanked. We could get those cavalry force them back, but I'm not sure I'm interested in that. A Clash of Shields would give me some pretty nice attacks here by the goal. I mean, we need 2 more banners, you know. So maybe the Clash of Shields could actually give us that, because here's the plan. We're gonna attack with these guys. That will probably not be the winning blow here, but we are hoping for this one. So first of all, we're gonna attack this leader with a 1 block cavalry. We go in and then we do a momentum combat, because I think the Clash of Shields effect will go after that as well. So no, okay. Bonus combat is with normal battle dice. So we would do the first one here then, of course, and then we do the normal here. We would only have 1 block. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna play the Clash of Shields. So all units adjacent to an enemy can battle. So let's start here. We get 2 more dice. So we're gonna get 4 dice in this attack. The Romans can ignore 1 flag. Let's see what we get here. Nothing. Oh my, that was bad. That was bad, because now the Romans counterattack with their cavalry, and well, 1 hit. Could be worse. But that's not the important part. Here's the important part, and we're gonna start attacking. We have Britomachus with us, we're gonna remember that. So here we're gonna attack with 5 dice. We need 3 hits, and that should be achievable since we have the leader with us. Come on. Okay, we got, let's see, 1 hit. By the way, I just gonna check if it's possible to do an evade against. No, only foot or heavy, so we cannot evade against the same, you know, same category of troops, medium against medium. Okay, so back to counting losses. 1 loss from here, then we need to retreat actually 6 hexes. Let's see. 1 block away, then a 6 hex retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We cannot take the last one, but we survived, barely. Okay, so these guys can go in and now do a normal attack against that lone block unit there. And 2 flags and no hits. And the thing is, these guys can ignore 2 flags. 1 for being with a leader, 2nd for having support of those 2 Velite units there. So we could of course opt to take that anyway and get back to the lines, but I think we have a golden opportunity now to strike back against Britomachus, and it's our turn next turn, so maybe we can get that. So let's do it. I'm gonna stay and attack, and we got 1 hit, only 1 hit. Okay, and we're gonna check if Britomachus survived this cavalry clash. He did. So very depleted cavalry units there on both sides. Mostly dead and some really depleted. Like this one is spent, this one is spent. Same goes for that. Here we have a full cavalry unit still. That was the Clash of Shields of the Gauls. They took a chance. It could have worked, but it didn't. So the Romans still got a chance to do something here. So that's a C, meaning line command or lowest order count. So we have 2, 2, 2, and 3. So it needs to be 2 right, 2 left, or 2 center, or the line command. I will go with well, we could go with 2 center and just attack here and attack here. That could give us 1, 2, and even 3 banners, and then we have won the battle. But we need to be so lucky to get those 3. Um, But we're gonna do that. I'm gonna play 2 in the center. And no movement, we will just attack here. So let's start with Brito Marcus this time. So it's 3 dice, we need 1 hit to get that unit. And we didn't manage to do that. No hits there, so Brito Marcus is fine. They can ignore the flag because he's there. And now they retaliate, and now it's the same thing. They only need 1 hit, and they did get it. So these Romans go down. We got yet another banners. We have 3 now. And now we're gonna check that leader with only 1 die. And he survived. So he will go back to the Velites here. That was bad. Then we have these guys. Another 3 dice, and we will need 2 hits this time. And that we got, thanks to the leader symbols. So the light infantry here is dead. Got another banner, so it's 3-2 now. And these guys could go in, go 1 more and attack. And we're gonna do that, we go here and we attack that auxiliary. With 3 dice. And that was pretty good, because they cannot retaliate, so 2 hits. And then they need to step back 1. We could go in once more, but we will not do that. Well, this was kind of an interesting thing. Yeah. Pretty interesting. 3-2. I hope I counted that correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there were 12 units from the beginning. So that's correct. 3-2 to the Gauls. And we're gonna replace the Roman card. But this was really bad. This was really bad. We should have gotten 1 more here. That sucked a bit. So let's see. It's the Gauls. The Gauls need 1 more. C, D, or E. So that's 3 units left. Right leadership. We don't have any rights, so we could order 1 unit with this or an outflanked. Okay. Problem is we don't have any real good target. I mean, this would have been something to attack, but now those guys can evade us pretty good. So let's see if we can get our guys into safety instead this turn. We cannot do that with 3 units left. We cannot get that. I mean, now I'm talking about this unit getting it back. So we need to play the inspired right leadership and only order 1 unit. That will be these guys. So they will now ride back 1, 2, 3. Bit of a lull there. I know we have some other guys in bad position here, because the Romans can strike us again with the cavalry if they get the card for it. Let's see. A, B, or C. 2 left, 2 right, heavies or line command. So let's play 2 left this time, because I will now start to move forward these cavalry as well and get them into strike range. But I will test my luck over here now. And these guys, 1, 2, 3, they will follow. Maybe we should put them in the center section. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're gonna attack. We're gonna get that auxiliary now. And we did it. 2 hits. Perfect. those guys go down. We got the Roman third banner, so next banner will win the battle. And there's one problem. If we go in here, attack, they can ignore one flag because of they are supported. So I will take a bit easy. I will go here and I will attack those guys instead. Let's see if we can soften up for the next turn. Yeah, we got one hit and a flag. That's actually pretty good because they cannot retaliate now. They go back. I think we're in a pretty good shape as the Romans here now. Good job with that cavalry leader over there. He's really, you know, forcing these guys to do something now, and otherwise we'd just strike again. This time we could strike with 2 cavalry and that would be devastating. So we have a fire move coming up, but the Gauls get perhaps a last chance to end it. D or E. That's an outflanked or 3 units right. Well, I'm gonna play the outflanked. So here I'm gonna order the auxiliary and I will order Britomachus. Over here we only have 1 unit, so we're gonna move forward here. Maybe we should put ourselves there actually. I know we are going out of line here, but we are a bit harder to... Doesn't really matter. Let's go here so we keep the line. These guys will just move 1 forward, taking Britomachus with them. And then we have attack. The cavalry will try to evade, but we'll roll the 3 dice still. And they got a hit on those guys while they were retreating or evading here. 1, 2. We're gonna check if that leader survived that. If he dies, then it's over. No problem there. So here we go. So now it's the Romans, and they have now the chance to end it if they can be a bit lucky here. But it's a bit of a locked situation. It's really dangerous to actually do the cavalry charge now. The Gauls are in pretty good support of each other. Our luck would be, or if we could get an activation that could get us back there and another attack. So we could do a hammer and anvil attack on these guys. That could end the battle if we roll somewhat okay. But let's see, we need to get the card for it first. So it's an A or B. It's a move, fire, move. That's light units, not that cool. And we have these 2 units right. We don't have a single unit right, and we have the heavy troops. So not really what we were looking for here. Not really. So I think we're gonna... We need basically to prepare some more. So we're gonna do a move 5 move. Light foot or light mounted, they move and fire and then fire or move again. 1, 2, 3. We have these lights we could use for that. So we're gonna move these guys up here. Let's see what we can do. Can only get 1 hit on those. Okay, let's move them there. These guys moves up here. These guys moves up here. So let's start here. We're gonna throw the javelin against Britomachus advancing auxilia, and we got the hit. And that's always a bit of a tension, because this means we could also hit Britomachus with the javelins, but we did not. Then we have the second, same target. Another hit, can you believe it? Good skirmishing here now. We're gonna check Britomachus once more. He's fine. And then we have the last one. They will throw the javelins against this auxilia that is already a bit weak. And they got the flag, so they force him to retreat, which is kind of good. Now they're on the baseline, so also retreats would inflict losses. We could dare to do the cavalry charge if he stays there. Now we can move again. So I'll put myself out of range from the Gaulish javelins there. I think I could actually stay here a bit bold. If those guys dare to attack me, we could evade, or we could actually fight back because we had the leader with us. We're gonna do that, so we're gonna stay here. Nice little line here. And then we replace the card in slot A and check the goals. Wait a minute. I believe I forgot to put the new card to the goals first, so that card should be on the goals display, and this one should go to the Romans, and we're gonna flip that actually. It's a darkened sky. Oh my, okay. But the goals go next. C or lowest order count. So it says 3 units there or 3 units there. So it's 3 left or 3 right actually. And well, we would like to see some in the center, but I'm gonna play 3 units left, which will be over here. So it will be 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna actually move these guys, Britomachus, to the next one with full strength. These guys have done their part. They will go back here, and the cavalry will also go to the baseline. We're gonna keep ourselves out of range of those velites. We don't want any hits from those, and that's basically it. So the Romans, A, B, or C. Dark in the sky. We don't have any targets. 2 units right. We don't have any units there. Heavy, no. A line command. Yes, we could do that. We could do that actually. We really don't get that card to do the last charge here. So let's do the line command. We're gonna move forward with our velites now. And throw all we got against them. Should soon be out of ammo, but still in shape. So let's start here. 2 dice. No, 1 die because we moved. That's a hit. These velites are really, I mean, Polybius tells us that these guys were picked men, the best ones the Romans could get from the light troops that went on with a cavalry to attack these. They did the force march, and now you see they are really elite. They're hitting everything with the javelins. So we're gonna check Britomachus once more. He's really been in a shower of javelins lately. So he survived that. So it's the next one, same target. That was not a hit though. Then we have the last one. They will attack those guys. And can you believe it? Another hit. These velites are really something. That was the line command of the Romans. Put a new card in slot C, and let's see then. It's the goals. A or B, rally, or 4 unit center. 2 really good cards. Well, this is really something, because the 4 unit center we could rush forward with our warriors. Okay, we have velites here, so they will just evade. Same goes for the cavalry. So that's maybe not that good. So let's do the rally. We need to get back those blocks we lost, so we are in full strength again. So we're gonna roll, let's see, it should be 4 dice. We have 4 command cards in the scenario specifications. And you need to be in or adjacent to a leader to get the rally, yeah. We hope to get a lot of leader symbols and greens, basically. That's what we're looking for. Okay, we got only 1 that could rally. So, well, let's put back 1 here actually, because they are a bit in danger for the velites here. We could even put it here, I believe. No, that's not adjacent to leader. what to do here. Let's put it here because we can activate those units. So now these are activated. I will now rush forward, attack those guys. They will try to evade, I believe. Or are they? Yes, they are evading. So let's roll the 3 dice. And we got 1 hit on the Velites, meaning we also need to check the leader. Let's see. Whoa, close. Really close. 1 leader symbol roll, but we need to roll 2. So these guys evades back 2. And we get another card in slot B for the goals. It was not that impressive of a rally, but maybe good enough. Maybe good enough. The Romans are a bit crippled here now. They don't really know how to do it because these horses are really tired now. They don't have the power to do the last push needed to kill off some of these goals that would break the morale of the rest of the army. But let's see. Okay, so this would be a tactics card. That's a Dark in the Sky. We could use Dark in the Sky with 1 unit right now. We have 1 that could throw javelins, or lowest order count. 2 right, 1 or 3 units. That would be the 1. So either I need to play the Dark in the Sky, or I need to order 1 unit of my choice. Okay, so should we dare to attack? No, I want both of the cavalry with me when I do the attack against these ones. I mean, I'm waiting for the opportunity to attack this one with 2 cavalry units, but with 1 we cannot get it. We need to roll too good, so we can't really do it. So I'm gonna play the heavy troops, meaning I order 1 unit, and it will be these guys. They will get back and throw the javelins against Britomarcus. 1 die, and of course they hit. This is elite, so bang, 1 down here. And I'm gonna check Britomarcus. He's fine. Well, this attrition needs to, at some point, bring it to an end. Goals. A or B. 4 unit center or a mounted charge. They have 1 mounted unit, but he cannot really reach anything. So I guess it would be the 4 unit center. Yeah, needs to be that. So let's go for the attack now with the goals. 1, 2, not that one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These guys goes there. These guys goes there. Go here, and these guys go here. That's it. So let's start here. We're gonna attack over here. They will try to evade. We roll our 3 dice though. 2 hits. Well, that was not a good evasion by these guys. They were probably forcing themselves forward to throw the javelins once again. So we're gonna check the leader over there. He's fine, so these guys can evade now. Here we got 4 dice. They will try to evade as well. They didn't catch them, so they got away. Maybe we should put ourselves in between here instead. Next attack, those guys will evade. No hits. Put ourselves in between with our weakened unit and leader. And then we have these guys will attack the cavalry. And now is the question, should we retreat or evade? I think we should, just because we are not supported. Otherwise I could opt to stay there and battle because we are adjacent to a leader, you know. But we are not supported, so I will try to evade. Those guys get 3 dice, because they have not full strength. They missed. So they pushed back our line, but we are in pretty good shape, except this one who got caught by the first attack by Britomarcus there. Britomartus is his name. And, well, that was the 4-unit center, played by the Gauls. And, well, it's an interesting situation, but pretty hard. I mean, both sides are too weak to do the, you know, the last blow. So let's see if the Romans can find anything. A or B, Dark in the Sky. We have 1 unit who can do that. We have 2 is right, meaning we cannot order anything. No. And then we have B, there is leadership any section. Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe this is it now. We gotta take our chances to end the battle. Because we're gonna now order this leader. So we get 1, 2 more units. These guys. And let's take the leader. So these guys will now ride 1, 2, 3. These guys will go 1, 2, 3. And the leader will go here. No, let's move these guys first over there. Then I have the leader with me. And then we're gonna attack. So let's start with throwing the javelins against Britomarcus. Britomartus, saying his name wrongly here all the time. I got another hit. These velites are hitting again. Wow. So we're gonna check Britomartus. And he's close to being... He's taking some javelins in his shield now, but he's still standing. But now comes the what I hope will be the winning blow here, because however this will end, I will get 2 blows. But on the other hand, if these guys miss and those can retaliate and hit them hard, then it's over anyway. So this is a bit of a risky move by the Romans, but they have the odds on their side. That's true, because they have 2 attacks, they have the leader with them, and they will hit first. So here goes the first attack. And that was 2 hits. Really, really good. So 2 down. They didn't retreat. That was bad, because if they had retreated, it would have been even better, because then they have gone there. We could go after and attack again, but that didn't happen now. And now they will actually retaliate with 3 dice. So this is pretty much the last chance the Gauls can win this battle, if they get 3 hits against that cavalry now. Let's see. We got 1 hit. 1 down here. And, well, actually we got the flag as well, so we need to take that and retreat. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back here. And now comes the last blow here. I hope, at least. 3 dice. We need 1 hit. We have a leader with us. And there it is. 2 hits in. These guys go down. And the Romans win it. And this was not just like that, because I think the Gauls were close to victory at a few times. The first Roman cavalry attack didn't go that well. So Britomartus and his guys could, you know, regroup, and there was some dueling happening between Marcellus and Britomartus. Britomartus won in this alternative history the duel, but the Romans were not broken by that. They had 2 good leaders still who could take charge and bring this to an end in a Roman victory. So the siege is now lifted. As in history, the Romans won this battle. The Gauls were pretty much hunted down, killed. Many drowned actually in the Po River when they retreated back over to the north. and well, it was a disaster, which of course the rest of this was a downhill before they did surrender the Insubres. So that's it, guys. So well, a close fight, and it took a bit more time than I thought. I actually thought maybe it could take 2 or 3 turns if the Romans got the cavalry activated, but the first charge didn't go that well, and we got some stiff resistance from the Gauls, actually, who pretty much lost all their cavalry. We have 1 block there, but it's spent. So yeah, a good game, good victory to Romans, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And as I said in the beginning, this was the last scenario of the war between the Gauls and Romans in the 220s BC. So we are done with this part, and let's see what's up for the next video. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again. Bye bye.